Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Gay Town Hall. The doors are wide open and ready for you to virtually come in and be a part of the conversation with us tonight. Thank you for joining us as we bring LGBTQ voices into the discussion and debate and advertising you with America's most diverse group of personalities from the LGBTQ community in history. I am your moderator, David Quiñones, also known as the Social Club Butterfly. I am the Director of Community and Business Outreach here at Happening Out Television Network. Because if it's happening in the LGBTQ world, it is happening out. We here at Gay Town Hall want you to be a part of the conversation with us live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. And we broadcast to you on Facebook and YouTube, and start following us on our newest platforms, Twitter and LinkedIn. So let's get tonight's discussion and debate started today on Thursday, April 29th, 2021. Welcome, everybody, to Gay Town Hall. All right, so I am thrilled to welcome Gay Town Hall's lead host for tonight's conversation. He is aspiring, very caffeinated, and loud countertenor, and is a mad adventurer of all types of arts, including, but not limited to, singing, dancing, comedy, acting, art, modeling, writing, painting, designing, and even gardening. And that was just to name a few. He has performed in such roles as Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror Show Live, Grandma Addams in the Addams Family Musical, Buzz Hauser in Love, Velour, Compassion, and the only redeeming quality of Gay Town Hall, or so he says. And if that wasn't enough, he once dived off a big diving board. So, if you needed to know more about him, his worst attributes are he eats a bowl of self-loathing for breakfast, constantly feels like he's in the way, stress eats, and is always singing. His best attributes are he is a free-spirited, loves making people laugh, and again, is always singing. So let's please welcome Gay Town Hall's lead host, our actor and off Broadway drama queen, Rosseroni Parris. Hey, Rosseroni, hey.
That's good, Java. Hey, what's going on? I totally forgot.
The intro was super short. I didn't want to catch you at a bad time.
No, it's totally fine. And I totally forgot about the best attribute of the show. Only redeeming quality.
In America,
I don't actually
a lot
stand by
has
that.
changed with Rosseroni between the last episode and this episode. I know he was, America's most eligible bachelor. Unfortunately, Rosseroni is completely off the market. So Rosseroni, for all those that are willing to ask for your phone number tonight.
Please, no, I'm not off the market. Are you kidding? I'm prime real estate. Market's hot right now.
All right, so what do you want to say to America if they want to get in contact with Rosseroni?
Well, like, share, and subscribe for more content. I don't know. What a weird thing to say.
All right, if you want Rosseroni's phone number or you want to send him a DM or get in touch, please write in the comments, and Rosseroni will happily, get in contact with you. Please compliment her as well. So Rosseroni, what's going on?
Conversation is good. Conversation is good. Sorry.
Conversation is amazing. So what's going on with you lately? What's on your mind? Tell us what's going on.
Well, I died last Tuesday. I'm back to life because I got bored. It's not really great to share the throne of hell with Cher. She's been dead for years.
How are the cockroaches?
Huh?
How are the cockroaches?
I mean, they're stuck in a never-ending conga line, so ask them.
I figured the apocalypse was here because the only things left are cockroaches and Cher. So,
oh, yeah.
And anything else on your mind you would like to share with us?
Oh, what's on my mind this week? Well, I honestly just stress eat. Like, let's go back to stress eating because we're talking about one of my worst attributes. I have so many friends of mine who starve themselves and they just don't eat when they're stressed. Mine is the exact opposite. And I just immediately go for whatever's salty in the pantry. I'm just like, devour it. Thank you.
And what was his name again?
One of my flaws. French fry.
Oh, French fry. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. All right. He sounds delightful. All right. Well, let's kick off Gay Town Hall the way we do with the top voices of the week. And we're going to kick off the way we do each and every week. And we're going to find out what's on your mind. So each of our hosts will express what's on their mind today and tell us about it, good or bad, in just 30 seconds. And in honor of the wild beast known as Rosseroni, tell us, what is your favorite animal of all time and why? So, Rosseroni, do you have a favorite beast, favorite animal that just embodies you?
I think, mythological or real?
It could be real, alive, extinct, mythical.
Okay, we'll stick with real because this whole thing is like very National Geographic based. Real, I'm going to say the peregrine falcon because it is free and it's the fastest bird in the world.
And does it happen to be turquoise in color?
No. It is actually more silvery gray blue. No, not gray blue. Gray, white.
Almost perfect. Almost perfect. All right. Well, tonight's a nice intimate show because we don't want no funny business going on, if you will. So let's bring our first host of the night. He's a non-cultural identity from Sawmills Camp and Resort. A beast himself. Let's please welcome John Holt. Hey, John.
Hey, good.
Welcome to my show.
Oh, thanks, Rosseroni. I'm glad to be here. What's on my mind this weekend at Sawmill is the iPoppy weekend. So I'll be looking for a poppy.
What does that entail, John?
It's me looking for a poppy out there. And next weekend is bear camp. So if you're into bears, next weekend's the time to be here. And what else is on my mind is the president obviously gave a speech last night or 2 nights ago. Mm-hmm. And it was great. And I'm really happy with what he's doing and his agenda. So keep going, Joe.
And do you have an animal, beast that just...
Yeah, well, I do. Yeah. I mean, I would say that my spirit animal is probably a wolf. And my favorite animal is Snagglepuss, of course.
So, in other words, John's going to embrace the Snagglepuss during Poppy weekend, and he's going to embrace the wolf on Bear weekend.
Exit.
That's
left even.
Damn it, beat me to it.
I
Beautiful even.
I connect the dots. All right, now up next is our queer performer and game show host. Let's please welcome the fabulous Marie Brown. What's up, Marie?
Hello. You know what? Every time. What am I doing right now? I'm answering a question.
What's on
my mind? You know, I wish I had something quality on my mind, but I was just telling everyone earlier, I was so excited because yesterday I went out of my house for the first time in a year without a mask on. And I was like, what? And then I felt like ashamed and put a mask on because I saw all these people looking at me.
What
it was very free.
Feeling and emotion you felt before you retracted it?
It was, it was just freedom. Like my mouth felt air that hadn't felt in a long time. I was breathing completely. Wasn't having an asthma attack every step of the way. That was nice.
And you have the cleanest air in the country over there.
Yeah, is it really? Is it really? San Francisco?
That was a joke.
Oh, it's like
it's like one step below China, right? Like...
But you know what my favorite animal is?
What?
An elephant. I love elephants. I'm obsessed with elephants. I have elephants all over my home. They are just amazing. I got to pet an elephant once, and that changed my life forever.
Aww.
So yeah.
The trunks are up though, right?
Yeah, that's good luck.
Yeah, trunks got to be up. And did the elephant have 2 left feet? The one that you got to pet?
2 left. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But
I'm so
gonna, Rosseroni's like, this is the opening act, everybody. Stay tuned for the main. Rosseroni was like, now that was fun. All right. And finally, we have our fabulous gay Asian pop star. We always look forward to seeing what he is wearing. Let's please welcome Randy Boo, everybody.
Hi
Randy,
guys.
always.
I'm naked. I mean, my eyes
The
are.
boo, the boo, instead of the hills have eyes, the boos have eyes.
I know. I'm just kidding.
So what's on
Anyways,
your mind this week, Randy Boo?
What's on my mind is yeah, that Moderna shot, the vaccine got me sick for a whole week, and I'm glad that today was the first day to actually feel better. And what's on my mind is, and I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes.
Oh,
Yay!
oh Lord.
It's been a week, so
Yeah,
I feel like
really.
I'm doing good.
It's great for those vocal cords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drink some
And,
coffee.
that'll make me want a cigarette even more.
Oh no.
But my favorite animal is I love dogs. I feel like I was a dog once in my spirit life, or a dog and a monkey. So
And if
Yeah.
you were a dog, what kind of dog would you have been?
would that make me a donkey? If it was a dog and a monkey?
Okay.
Oh
I'm done today.
There's another word for that, Randy. We're gonna leave that out. We're gonna leave
That
that out.
animal's like, please kill me.
Oh my god. And Randy, what kind?
This pain.
That's the Moderna talking.
Right? Oh my gosh! Imagine. Oh, that'd be horrible.
And do you have a
That's
favorite
it.
dog, Randy? Or if you could own a dog, what dog would it be?
I do have a dog. His name is Corona. I named him because I got him the first day of the pandemic,
Oh.
and he's a Shih Tzu and a Poodle mix, and he's
Wow.
adorable.
He must be
I love
smart at
him.
the whip too.
He is actually really smart.
Yeah, yeah.
He's this really smart little poodle wherever he is.
Little angel. All right, so we got our Brady Bunch here tonight. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. And for Rosseroni, gonna have a fabulous time with him tonight. All right, so let's kick this show on the road. So here on Gay Town Hall, you have questions, and we definitely want to hear and see your answers. We want you, our social media viewing audience, to let your voice be heard and weigh in on what we're talking about. So it's time for our Gay Town poll. So in honor of Rosseroni, I'm taking two things that he has in common. He loves animals, and he's funny. So why not do a poll which mixes the both of those together? So hopefully all of our hosts have cast their votes in already. For the viewers who are watching at home and want to participate, click on the link that's posted in tonight's episode and submit your answer. Later on, before the end of the show, we will share the results visually on the screen and see which answer is the winner. So in honor of Rosseroni, let's see what our poll choices are for tonight. So you can choose between, and it's which is the most funny wild animal photo ever. So the nominations were Terry the Turtle flipping the bird, O Sole Mio, The Race, I Had to Stay Late at Work, Fun for All Ages, Social Distance Please, Seriously Would You Share Some, Hide and Seek, Smiley, and Monkey Business. So, what do you guys think is going to pull through as the winning one? Oh, and here's a cute little taming of the shrew.
Adorable.
I think social distancing was the funniest one.
Yeah, I like that one.
It looks more like the fox is like, hey, I want to strike. So I think this one was called Negotiation. And the fox is like, I want to strike a deal with you. And the little shrew is like, please don't eat me. What do you guys think is gonna win? What was the winning animal?
Oh, I chose the fish because his face was like, hey!
I liked old Solomio. I thought that was adorable.
The little opera singer. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Randy, what say you?
Social distancing was. I was like, no.
Yeah, that was Marie's, right? They're like,
Yeah,
no, like back up, back up. All right, well, stay tuned at the end of the show. We're going to find out which animal was the funniest and made us ha, ha, ha. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with our first LGBTQ topic of the week. Our theme tonight is the National Geographic special called Wild and Free, A Gaze, G-A-Y, Through the Eyes of Rosseroni. So our first topic is lifestyle and cultural. Part one is defining masculinity. And part one of our special, Rosseroni, why don't you take us through?
Oh, okay. In a world where Rosseroni sits back, watches, and observes the adorable human race from a distance, we observe the gay male. Lovely foliage, and looking for a mate, he notices something. We notice something. His foliage, though absolutely brilliant in color, gaudy, and flourish, has been yet again turned down for not being masculine enough. With that claim, you are masculine and only date mask guys. How can you actually define masculinity? And is it fashion or behavior? Or what we're told to be attracted to this decade? Thank you.
All right. I believe that was Australian.
It was
Talking?
no, actually, guys from Cincinnati. He's just having a stroke.
Fair enough.
Well, in honor of Rosseroni, I wore my little safari jacket. You know, it's got all the patches.
Oh,
And everything. You know, some
he's
foliage.
he's an Eagle Scout, isn't he?
I'm an Eagle Scout. All right. So topic number one is about defining masculinity. So with the claim that you are masculine, only date guys who are masculine, can you actually define what masculinity is? Is it fashion or is it behavior? So we're going to do 30 seconds roundtable quick fire, and then we're going to go ahead and then open up the floor. So Randy Boo, you are up first, and go.
I think it's behavioral. You just act out who you really are, and just be natural. I mean, you can tell when people are trying to pretend something they're not. Like if say a femme guy would try to be masculine, you can tell that, you know, there's some action that, and there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a lot of masked guys that are into femmes. They look for guys that, you know, they act femme because that's what turned them on. But it seems like just the whole circuit scene, whatever, it's all the mask for mask scene is. It is a little overrated, but hey, I mean, I guess some people just like to be dominated by masculine energy. So,
all right, Marie.
Oh, well, you know, I feel like I answer a lot of these questions very typically. You get to be who you want to be. You get to define who you are. I think there's so many things that could be community, cultural, what's masculine. Some may not be masculine to others, you know, but I think that's up to the community and the culture, who you're around, and defines that. If I think something's masculine, hey, that's what I think is masculine. Now, that's it. That's good. I'm done.
All right, Mr. Holt.
Well, the traditional thinking about masculine would be someone who's confident, low anxiety, deeper voice, calmer, reliable, stable. So maybe a leader, maybe aggressive. And so that's your typical masculine behavior traditionally. And, feminine's a little bit different. Maybe a feminine is more talkative. Maybe a masculine would make his own decision. Feminine would want a group decision. So, yeah, I think that there's definite things that the society sees as masculine and feminine.
All right. And Rosseroni?
Okay, so I have tried to define masculinity, and I can't. Because, again, going back to what Marie said, it's cultural. A lot of our masculinity in our culture is unfortunately depicted from, what stemmed from the Puritans, which is why we have a lot of straight guys who don't dance, Whereas in other cultures, it's totally okay to be, wear a little bit more color or be a little bit more extravagant or have more flourish, i.e. the 1700s of France.
All right, so that was the quick fire round. So who wants to continue on this conversation? And I would also like to know, the second part of it. Do you guys think is it just about the fashion? Is it about the behavior? What do you?
Well, I mean, I would say I think it's about the behavior mostly. I mean, a masculine man can wear a suit that is pinstriped or has colors. They can wear clothing with colors. A masculine man can pull off anything and still be masculine. So
right.
It's really more of an energy, like you say, someone who's confident and not full of anxiety, and someone who's quiet and, exudes masculinity. The idea of masculinity is more like hard and straight lines, whereas femininity is more like soft and curvy. I mean, these are your standard things, and you either fit into one or the other, or you bend it in between.
But that's
And
of only one culture, though.
Well,
that's just one culture.
That's all I know.
I would say it's one culture, because I tried to define it before, and what I originally came up with was a guy who puts himself in the face of danger to put others before himself. Again, leader, and humble. But then again, that's all the things a woman could do as well. So, or somebody who's trans or non-binary, whatever. So it's not like that's any sort of.
Right. I don't think any of the, masculine. I mean, you can't define it by woman or man, because there are masculine type women and, masculine type men, and then very feminine women and very feminine men. Right. And so you can look at a woman and know whether you think she's a femme or whether you think she's more masculine. Same thing with a man. Right. And you get a sense of it. And just because someone doesn't think you're totally masculine, that there's degrees of masculinity,
right?
And I think that the ideal is extremely masculine, and there's hardly anyone who fits that ideal. And then the feminine ideal is an extreme, and there's hardly any women who fit that. And we just use those ideals to sort of try to identify what we like or what resonates with us.
Now, at the end of the day, like we're all capable of being feminine or masculine. It's either the choice of comfort or what we want to present ourselves as what type of energy we enjoy showing the world, or if we like being masculine, if we like being feminine. Because a masculine guy can switch up to be femme all of a sudden. The sudden events like I scream like a girl out of nowhere. But there's we choose on how we want to express ourselves to be in how we want, and people just kind of it's the ego that talks when it comes to like, oh, you're too femme, or if you're not masculine enough. That's the ego telling them in their head that well, you're judging this person based on the energy type of he's giving off, whether it's masculine or feminine, without even getting really to know the person.
But I feel like it's really also by the decade. It's also by the decade, because what was people were into back in the 70s, the people now are not into it. By majority,
right?
And my experience, a lot of it has to do with the long hair. A lot of guys will say like, "Oh, I'm not gonna take a guy with long hair." Oh,
actually, you'd be surprised.
Oh, would I?
I've met a lot of guys
long hair.
Were actually, yes, that's a certain type. Some guys like that. Yeah.
Where are they? This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, I have not experienced any of this. Well, I'm sorry, there is guys who were into it. Unfortunately, the only ones are outside of the age range I prefer to date in. I'm not, like, I want to date somebody my age, but I don't want to have to like change myself in order to get a date,
Well, then you wouldn't want to date that person if they want to take you for who you are.
That's
right. You shouldn't date that person. No.
But that seems to be the majority.
I like to bring Marie in real quick, because I'm sure you're going to have a very different perspective. So for me, I'm hearing, a lot of it's an energy thing. Does everybody have to be put into the box? Or I think Rosseroni said like it's a definition of who defines what masculine and what feminine is. How do you kind of see it? Because I think people could be both and not have to be defined by one or the other.
Oh, I don't think you have to be. If I get to, today I get to present more femme, tomorrow I get to present more masculine, and that's up to me. I understand what societally what we think that means, and it's by definition, but I think we could there is some nuance in there. What I think, and I don't want to be stereotypical, but I can go to Europe, especially I spent a lot of time in Sweden, and you see big, strong men who could like lift even my big ass up, just bouncing around, but hugging and kissing each other, But I don't think that man is any less masculine, and he's a straight, regular guy, but out here, I think two straight bros can't do that. Not at all. So I don't know. And of course, that's all anecdotal. But I think we need to stop trying to That's why I think we worry too much about these roles, because we lose out on so much just trying to pinpoint people. I think we need to let people be whoever they feel or they are that day, or whoever they are in their life, and masculinity. Fuck it.
I think a real interesting part of your question is someone saying in a dating app or something, I want mask for mask, or you're not masculine enough. And what you're asking there is, what do they mean? What is it that they want, right? And that's, they may just be using the word masculine as a way to soft say something because they can't tell you what it is. They don't want to tell you what it is about you that they don't like, right? And so they just say, well, I need someone more masculine. But what do they mean? Do they want someone who's less talkative, less more confident, or more reliable, or what is it that they're actually asking? Less feminine looking? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Fabio was a long-haired model.
And do we think the mask for mask culture,
when I
or
see
whatever
that,
word you say, is that even healthy for us? Because it seems like that seems to be big.
When I usually see that on profiles, that means that person's probably a bottom.
Oh, so you apply it to the sexual preference versus
no, because he's wanting someone to dominate him. That's masculine. He wants something.
But somebody can still dominate. You can still be dominant and be feminine. And so, what I would like to know, like, I'd like to bring in an extra little level here, is if you are both, why is it that? And again, it's mostly I'm just speaking from experience because I consider myself both masculine, both feminine. Why is it that when they see me, I feel like I'm only seen as feminine. They don't see the masculine side. Why is one trumped the other?
Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe this is y'all have different kind of systems than we do. But I will tell you, and in conversations with my friends, from my understanding, a lot of men who ask for mask types of, or who seek those out, are also want to be seen more as traditional males, as opposed to like no femininity is associated. So because we associate a lot of gay men with being more feminine, so I almost feel like it's like straight presenting, so is that at all a part of it, possibly, where we want to kind of, in the regular world, we're just two regular masculine dudes, we don't take it in the butt, like
but it could be something as simple as I like someone who likes sports. I like someone who likes to watch, football, or likes to watch baseball.
No, that's true.
A traditional masculine man who's not, they don't want to go to the theater or something like that, which is
and just watch Mean Girls all day.
Right. I'm not saying that those are traditional masculine or feminine ideals, but I'm just saying this is what they may mean when they're saying that kind of stuff. I'm looking for a guy who just likes to drink beer and watch baseball.
All right,
and
so
you have to be emotionally unavailable, then, right?
Over on the 10 minutes. I'm going to let Rosseroni get the final thoughts and final comments on defining masculinity.
Defining thoughts, I still can't define it. I mean, if it comes down to culture, and maybe I was born in the wrong culture, who knows? Because I still see myself as masculine and feminine, so both. So I don't know. Take a good look inward to everybody. Whoever's watching, if anybody's watching. And
could it be? And I wish Houston was here tonight, because I know he's always talking about the two-spirit, like how you kind of embrace both sides.
Absolutely. I've never really saw myself honestly as either one. It was just always both. It was just Ross, So that's the talk, and say hi. I don't know.
Rosseroni, you just
we
need your unicorn.
On this.
Rosseroni needs his unicorn. I think that's all.
Does it vibrate?
Rosseroni. It's going to be like the finale, the grand finale.
It takes double D batteries.
Randy is going to crown you with the
one big horn.
Yeah.
All right.
Carrots? I don't know.
Round of applause for topic number 1, define masculinity. Whoa, crikey! That was exciting.
Crikey.
All right. Crikey. All right. So
Australian?
we're gonna move on to our next segment of the show. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with Rosseroni, and even some good side commentary. If it's happening in the news, if it's hot off the press and out is the new in, then it's time for our happening out headlines. All right. So I call this the Rosseroni segment. So this is tonight's breaking news story. Actor and drama queen Rosseroni Parris has decided to explore his passion and take on something else to create some more drama in his life. He decided to open the Ross and Roni Zoo. It will feature a wide range of exotic and domestic animals, including an entire turquoise bird exhibit at the front of the entrance. However, the zoo has one rule and one rule only, located at the front gate. What on National Geographic Earth would that one rule be? And who exactly is Ross and who is Roni, by the way? So here is today's Happening Out headline. Rosseroni Parris decided to create a little bit of drama inside his life and opened the Ross and Roni Zoo, which has one rule and one rule only. That one rule would be blank. All right. Feel free to write more than one in honor of Rosseroni, because one is never enough. What would the one rule across the front entrance of the zoo be?
Oh my God, I have several.
All right. Give you guys a few
I got
seconds.
3.
Make it campy, make it serious, make it whatever you like.
Don't make it serious. I'm going to kill you if you make it serious.
Make Rosseroni laugh. All right.
Did you write it on a footpad?
Hey,
I did.
it has the shape of the sign. It's going to be like little feet that when you walk in, you read it as you walk
See,
in.
this way. Like,
Yeah, this
follow the footprints.
All right. So, okay, I think Randy wants to start first. So, Randy, what would the one rule be at the Ross and Roni Zoo?
No rimming the
Rule number
animals.
1.
Really?
Very important.
Randy?
No rimming the animals.
Rule
You don't believe how
number
many
2.
times this has happened.
Number 2.
Do not attempt to douche the animals.
Wow.
Number 2, do not attempt to
God, these are
douche
oddly
the
specific.
animal. Okay, well,
Number 3.
specific.
Those are not bears.
Those are not real bears.
Nice.
That's
Well,
all.
wait. Can we rim and douche those animals?
And I feel like Randy would be like the security guard at the front gate and like make sure everyone beats this like one by one. All right.
Wait, take a hit
John,
first. Like,
I feel like you've seen a couple animals over at the campground. What do you got for us?
No pussyfooting and don't monkey with the monkeys.
And don't monkey with the monkeys. Rosseroni, no one is paying attention to the turquoise bird exhibit that's at the front of the gate. They're
I
going
know.
right past
Like
it.
it's spent so much money on it.
I know. All right, Marie, put these boys to shame.
Oh God, I don't know. Our pets pet back, so watch your back. Nothing. Nothing. I did drool on myself just there enough, so that.
That
I
one
was
wins right
excited.
there. Yeah.
There you go. That was the
Drool.
next
that would
rule.
have been a good rule. No drooling.
Or our gorilla bathhouse is not open to the public.
Oh, we got some potential with that one. All right, so before we get a winner, Rosseroni, I know you have some rules of your own you would like to implement at your zoo.
I do. The first rule is everybody is gifted an emotional support cobra to carry around the park.
Oh, like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
And what was the other rule? The other rule is we don't speak of the zoo, because this is definitely going against several zoning issues, and also I'm pretty sure they're just kept in like, some plastic cages because I can't afford anything. I'm very poor.
So Rosseroni, if you wanted to create more drama in your life, why open a zoo?
Oh, because the mass chaos. The rule is we enter in, I'm going to say like 10 people at a time, and we close the gate. We open all the cages, and, just see what happens.
So
Parlay.
if you're Ross, who's Roni?
Who's Roni? He's our investor. Don't ask him about his business. He's Italian.
All right, so Ross is the face of this. Roni is more behind the scenes. All right,
Yeah, he
so
does the numbers.
Rosseroni-
He's running numbers, and he's also HR. We have an HR.
So Rosseroni, you got to pick a winner. Who provided the best rule that you want over the front gate when those children and mothers of 2 and couples walk through?
They were. I'm just gonna review them in my brain. It was no pussyfooting, no.
Hold your
fucking the
answers up, guys. Help them out.
Don't screw the animals.
Our gorilla bathhouse is not open to the public.
That is pretty funny.
No rimming. No
That was
rimming
really
the animal.
dude.
John's like, just so you know.
I feel like
No
from an
rimming.
ethical point of view, Randy has the best one because
Yeah.
you really don't want anybody to fuck the animals. So.
Yeah, I agree. No douching and no rimming of the animals.
Yeah,
I
do
agree
not
with that.
sexually assault the animals.
Right.
I
I
really
just want to
appreciate
know what kind of advertising are you doing to have to put that rule up? Your crowd, your brand is definitely in some remarketing.
Rosseroni's like, listen, the turquoise birds in the front, they get pretty wild. So
Yeah, these birds are just like, fuck me then. I'm not just here.
birds of a
They're like,
the birds of a feather flock together. So it looks like Randy Boo, you're the winner. And because it's one rule and one rule only, we're gonna make it a hyphenated rule. So no
Ooh,
rim
get
in
a
the
hyphen.
animals.
Don't break that hyphen.
No rim in the animals. Hyphenated. Do not douche. Yeah.
So
Do not
Randy
douche.
wins an all paid expense trip to the zoo.
You get an all
And-
paid expense trip to the zoo,
You
and
get-
you get to be the gatekeeper and security at the front gate to make sure they're following the rules, Randy.
But unfortunately, the zoo is getting shut down because it violates many codes.
oh man,
How do you feel, Randy, that you won?
I feel great. I'm sure. I'm just happy that there's no animal that's gonna get forced to be a Ramden douche. That's great.
That's right. No animals were harmed in the opening and closing of Ross.
Unfortunately, the only other available location was Uganda, and I feel like that just would go terribly.
Oh no, Ross. All right. Round of applause for the Rosseroni Zoo and our winner, Randy Boo. All right. So, keeping the show on the move, we are moving on to our next topic, my favorite of the day. So it's time for our LGBTQ community members to get involved in the conversation tonight here on Gay Town Hall as they submit their questions with our live question of the day. So today we're going to do something a little bit different and a little bit special because it's the Rosseroni show. So questions are submitted specifically chosen for and directed towards the lead host to answer. That person who submitted the question will then appear as a special guest host to be invited and participate in a future episode of Gay Town Hall. So we have a very special guest chosen for Rosseroni today.
We do.
Rosseroni, who is our special guest that's going to be asking the questions?
Everybody is. We're going to do a couple Spitfire rounds of quick questions, and I will answer as quickly and as unfortunate as possible.
And everyone's going to get to ask questions today because everybody loves questions. Everybody loves puppets.
Not to put you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot.
So we decided we're going to put you guys on the spot tonight. So
I had to change the Karen haircut for this.
So just one question.
Your questions, no brain required. Just spit the answer out, and Rosseroni is going to answer. So let's start with Marie. Marie, ready and go. A question for Rosseroni.
Are you masked? No, sorry, that was bad.
Fucking lately.
There we go. I got my question out. There, boom, done.
All right, your answer.
I am masked and feminine. I am all.
Ooh.
All right, John Holt. Question for Rosseroni.
Well, what advice would you give to aspiring actors?
If the producer invites you to their office, do it. They'll do it well.
All right,
For the
someone who's been in that office before. Randy Boo, what's your question?
What? What's my question? What in the butt?
What question you want to ask Rosseroni? Quick.
Oh, so are you top or bottom?
I'm verse.
Look at all. Just
All right, Marie, last question.
are you top or bottom? I don't know. What are you today?
Daryl.
All right, John, last question for you.
Would you be happy alone and by yourself instead of thinking that someone else will make you whole?
John?
Would I rather be alone?
Like, can you spell hole?
Do you see the steam coming out of my ears? I have no idea. Well, I'm already whole. And I'm already alone by myself, so I guess I'd rather be with somebody else, with the person.
Someone who appreciates the whole. Randy Boo, your
The
final
whole.
question.
Do you like it raw or BB in your hole?
Wow.
In the hole.
Boy.
In as a whole. Not in your hole.
My mother is watching this.
I'm
She's not
just
watching. She's not watching this.
You got it.
You don't have to answer.
I like a gentle start and then a rough finish. This is true. A friend of mine and I, we have both coined the term church kissing. Is when you start out Episcopalian, but you end Pentecostal.
Okay.
This is what happens when we trade in the video question for.
That's right.
chaotic way.
Do you start talking to snakes in that Pentecostal part?
What parcel tongue?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's give a round of applause for our surprise questionnaire, Rosseroni. Asking
So does that mean we're gonna be?
Thank
we're
you.
all
This is the
guests
pinnacle
for
of my
next week?
career.
You
What?
really do love me.
So are we all guests for next week?
Rosseroni, we invite Roni to participate on a future episode of Gay Town Hall. So whenever he comes out into the light and gets back from Italy, if you could please ask him to join.
Well, true story. Rosseroni is the extension of my name. So I call it, my name is Ross, but I added Aroni. The story behind that is because I'm Italian, but I didn't get any Italian in my name. So I just made it Rosseroni. But I've changed it more along the lines of it's just an extension of who I am versus who I used to be.
Wow, we're breaking news, America. We just learned the origins of Ross and Roni.
And
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for playing. All right, round of applause for Ross and Roni. Ross, if you're nasty. All right, so let's move on to our second topic of the week. The category is business and political, and this is part 2 of our National Geographic special. This is gentrification of a nation. All right, Rosseroni, take it away.
oh shit. Oh, you're so
We're a
quick.
kid-friendly show.
All right, kids, go to sleep. Who are you? I've lost my spot. Gentrification of a nation. There is talk about us being over. I'm not gonna screw that.
No, we love the voice. Do it.
Oh, we do like the
Do
voice.
it.
Oh, okay. There is talk about us being overprotective, and we've lost our abilities to handle ourselves in crisis situations. Ross already looks closely and finds that the humans have placed rules and regulations on absolutely everything, hindering their own decision-making in times of need and physical abilities. In the realm of safety patrol and never-ending lawsuits, are we denying our human capabilities by being too safe?
Yes.
So.
All right, so we're gonna do our quick spitfire round and see what you guys have to say about that. So let's start in the opposite direction. So we're gonna start with John Holtz. Ready and go.
Okay, I agree that we are being too safe with helicopter parents and everything else. Kids anyways, kids have to learn how to fend for themselves early on. And so parents should let them and just be there in case something real terrible happens. So that's my thoughts on that.
Right, Marie.
Yeah, I mean, I think with awareness, we're always going to probably go for, okay, we know these things happen, so we need to do these things to be safer. I think that's a natural human reaction. But I think, and of course, it's not the same world, but yeah, being a helicopter parent is never I can't see that being beneficial to your child because they've got to learn to go out and make mistakes. But it's good to know that your parents are there and that they'll help you when you've fallen, but you got to learn to fall. That's I think that's really important. Otherwise we sometimes lack the resiliency we need when we're older.
All right, Mr. Boo.
Yeah, I feel like when you're being too safe, that means you're acting with cautions. You're not using your full capability of achieving what you're trying to do, because you're trying to acting cautious or being safe. But I feel like sometimes if we let go and just let it happen and just do it and just grab the moment, do the opportunity if it comes up, just do it without even thinking about it. Because when you play it safe, that means you're thinking of the negative things that could happen that would cause you to either manifest exactly that, what you were thinking. So if you really want to succeed or get what you want, is you really gotta think good things about it and really claiming that prize. And being safety is not really claiming anything. You're claiming to be safe.
All right, Rosseroni.
I agree a lot with what everyone is saying, especially what Marie said about learning how to fall. Learn how to properly fall and not break something. Got a helicopter parents telling the kids, don't climb that tree, don't climb that wall, don't climb this, don't climb that. And like, what's going to happen if they need to? What's going to happen if there's a burning building? You got to figure out your way out. We could be, as a country, could be raising a generation of gymnasts, or pseudo gymnasts, who are just like, they have some level of capability to achieve those kind of things. I understand that everybody has the same abilities as the other person. Everyone's different.
All right,
that
so
ended well.
now we're on like ding. Now we're on the open forum realm, and I would also like to add in there, not even just the making decisions and safety patrolling. What about are we becoming too, with the cancel culture and everything? We're becoming too worried about everything, too sensitive about everything. What does everyone think about? We're just becoming an overly sensitive society and too controlling.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, political correctness is a way of controlling and self-censoring people, and I don't agree with it at all. I think it is not my job or anyone's job to make sure someone else doesn't become offended. When you become offended, that's you becoming offended, not me. I mean, it's up to you. So freedom of speech and all ideas flourishing is where I sit in terms of political correctness. And if you want to be sensitive to other people, that's fine, but I don't think that should ever be enforced by a society. And as far as safety goes, I mean, I think we want to mitigate risk, like with COVID and things like that. We still want to go to the moon. We want to do things that are full of danger, but we learn how to mitigate the risk by using science and thinking about things and then taking a calculated risk. What you don't want to do is teach your kids to be fearful because something might go wrong, right? Then they'll be timid and they won't want to try things. They'll always be too scared.
It's true.
I think, there's two things. One, I think expectations of people speak to a lot of what people are capable of, and say that more specifically with children. If we expect that they're not going to be okay, if we don't expect that they're not going to flourish, we kind of put that into children. And I've been reading these stories about these people who are born blind, and their parents just kind of say, "Hey, I expect that you're going to have a great life no matter what. Go out there and do it. Fall 1,000,000 times, you'll figure it out." And these kids grew up to be adults who learned how to navigate the world using echolocation. And I think had their parents have been scared to let them fall and limit them, they would have had such a smaller world. So that's being too safe and expecting the worst is really going to create the worst. Expect the best. And I don't want to be too shallow. I know you can't apply that to everything, but I also will say cancel culture, cancel culture to me is just accountability. We have a lot of platforms that we get to talk about these things now. And also remember, I think like 3% of the world is on social media. It's something crazy like that. This isn't our whole world. And so you don't have one platform you can't use. I think it's hard to be completely canceled anymore. There's a space for everybody. Parler is back online. I think, everybody's got a spot. What I'm saying is, I think we are so worried about cancel culture that we don't realize that sometimes we're just trying to hold, you do this, you're going to be accountable for it. do we get to destroy people's lives? I think no. I don't think we should do that. I think we need to. I'm a firm believer in people doing the work. Do you get to come back to the same spot? Maybe not, but you don't get to be eliminated from society either. So I don't know.
I'd like to speak to that really quickly. To me, cancel culture began on the university campuses. And what it was specifically is that speakers would come to give a speech at the university, and there would be a minority of students who disagreed with their point of view and didn't want to let them have a platform to speak at the university. And it was a free speech issue at that point. And what they did was they browbeat the administrators, and if the administrators didn't back down and cancel the guest, they would go to the talk and they would destroy it by, putting signs up and screaming and yelling, and so that the person couldn't speak. So literally, that was cancel culture. They were taking someone's platform away from them at a university where there's a diversity of students, right? And then this got out into society now. When someone says something wrong or someone has a point of view that you don't like, you shut them down. You make sure that they lose their job. You accuse them of things. And this is cancel culture when you don't let free speech happen. And it's a major problem in my book. I think all ideas, it's like this whole safety thing. Don't keep us safe from these ideas that you think are bad. Let us hear them and judge for ourselves. We can make a decision whether these ideas are good and bad. Let ideas flourish and die or live based on what society thinks.
Randy, I want to bring you in real quick, and then Rosseroni, I'll let you get the final thing. So,
but I feel like everybody's opinion is right. It's I don't know. So it's hard to say because there's countries in different part of the world that has totally different culture and different way of living. So it's kind of like they have a different ways of safety and whatnot they have to do. So it's I think it's just really having that confidence and just being a good human. I don't have much opinions about this one.
All right, so Rosseroni, the final comments and thoughts.
At least since we're on the topic of like cancel culture, I think I agree a lot with what John Holt has to say. I also agree with Marie, because obviously, like, yes, we have free speech, but no, like, if you're gonna like walk around the streets screaming the N-word, waving a Nazi flag or Confederate flag, you're probably gonna get punched, and no one's gonna say anything about it because, no one's gonna like arrest the person who punched the other person. But at the same time, it's important to come up with things to say, it's important to learn how to deal with situations where you disagree with your friends. So you know what their intention is, and you know what your friends from your enemies, and not just, I disagree, so that means this, and this. Like, not necessarily. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just think we also need to remember that words can be harmful and words have intention. And if your intent is harm, and if your intent is to shame, and if your intent, I don't really care about the backlash. You can't go out there committing violence against people, whatever, or, maybe it's just words, but you can't create harm and then not expect repercussions. That's just the way it is. It's not just about being offended. It's about the fact that words sometimes have power, and people are in positions to influence. And when you've got a platform, you have to be responsible with it. And if you're not, people are going to call you on it.
And I don't mind people calling you on it, but I don't ever want someone to be shut down because they want to say something and someone won't let them. Let them say it. If there's repercussions, fine. You lose your job, people don't like you, whatever. But words can't hurt. It's only how you take them and what you think of them if they hurt, right? If someone calls you ugly, if you hurt, it's because you believe that you're ugly. If you believe you're good looking, someone can call you anything you want, and you would be like, they don't know what they're talking about.
There's still a lot of power in words, though. There's a lot of
intention. But I never want intentions and words to be criminal or to be shut down, right? If violence, for sure, if I'm going to punch you and I punch you in the face, that should be illegal because I'm physically hurting you. But words and intentions, not so much, unless I'm intending to kill you, obviously, if I'm intending to do violence.
And on that final note, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt.
Wait. One more thing. Can we look at the comments because we actually have people commenting?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah, Carlo was saying Rosseroni. He's the San Francisco.
No, someone said something about cancel right here.
No, so they were talking about
cancel.
society's canceling something, the decision of society to let something die. And then Catalyst, who was a guest on the show before, it also gives us a look into how people think and what they value. Forewarned is forearmed and true, but we individually are responsible for our own actions and responses. I would rather have others express themselves, but I don't have to buy into their thinking. My listening takes nothing away from me. That's a weak argument. That offense is only internal. That relies on someone not having experienced a history of trauma with the words.
Yeah, well, words have power.
Words do have power, but then
words
there's also
only have power that you give them.
And
It's
that's why I think
a
we gotta
universal power.
keep the train moving. But there is a reason why that song was taught to children. As silly as it is, Sticks and Stones.
There
is kind of a reason, and I think at the end.
Well, I think it's sticks and stones if I say it, but if Donald Trump incites a resurrection because he's continuously lying, it's not sticks and stones. So words are powerful.
It's like knives and machine guns.
You woke everybody up, Rosseroni. They're jumping on. Facebook, Apple, YouTube has censored a whole bunch of people. Imagine they've only censored the gay community.
They're private companies. It's capitalism. You don't like capitalism? Oh well.
We finally got a topic that's interesting. Yeah.
John Holt episode will be coming back in May, and we're gonna have one topic for the whole hour. It's gonna blow everyone's mind. All right. Well, thank you everyone for topic number 2. Got a little spicy in here, a little heated. Thank you so much for that. We're gonna season the spice. We're gonna put a few ice cubes in it. We're gonna simmer it down a little bit. We're gonna have a little.
Oh no, let's spice it. We're adding cayenne.
So, in honor of the legendary Amber, who is coming back next week for her episode, who likes the big D or medium-sized D or small D? No discrimination here. Only inclusion.
What if I like the B?
Whatever Ross
That's true.
Carla's a close friend of mine. That's why.
Rosseroni, who made the potato salad?
Oh, I don't know. I don't make potato salad.
They love you, Rosseroni. They got you got big fans.
Oh, thanks.
All right. So, who digs up the segment as the gay Mortal Kombat of size versus matter, facts versus fake news, host versus lead host? This can be a discussion or debate, but in the end, our hosts are going to need to make a decision and explain why. So prepare to find out who knows our lead host, Rosseroni, best during our next game segment we like to call the Big D. All right, so all of our hosts are going to get up to 3 minutes to discuss and or debate 5 categories, actually 6 tonight, because Rosseroni's special. But ultimately, they're going to make a decision between one of 2 answer choices and explain why. Afterwards, I will bring our lead host back into the room to see if you guys made the right decision and find out who was the weakest link and find out who will not get an annual pass to the Rosseroni Zoo that opens and closes within the same day of operation. So we're going to pull Rosseroni out of the virtual room and we're going to send him
there's no air back there.
We're going to send him backstage to the bar. So say bye, Rosseroni. Bye.
So chance to trim the bushes.
Hold your breath, Rosseroni. All right, so Rosseroni's going to be backstage enjoying a complimentary cocktail provided by himself. So tonight's Big D game theme is all about the funniest actors and comedians around. And by around, Rosseroni means they've been around the block. So we're going to find out, laugh out loud, who would Rosseroni meet? All right, so let's go ahead and bring up our funny ha-ha-ha people to the screen and see if you had to choose between one or the other, which one of them would Rosseroni want to meet? All right. So let's go ahead. Meet as in meet and greet. Not as in meet. All right. So we learned with Marie last time. So Randy, how about you take the notes?
I did.
Wait, what did you learn?
Oh, wait, no, Randy did too. Randy did too. All right, John, you're on. John can take the notes.
All right.
All right, so John, you get to make the executive decision. All right, so let's find out our first comedy duo. So laugh out loud. Who would Rosseroni meet? And Rosseroni, since there's no air breath back there, make sure you keep tabs of your own comedians. Who would you want to meet? All right, so our first comedy duo, we got Carol Burnett versus Joan Rivers. Which one would Rosseroni die to meet?
Joan, right?
Joan Rivers, yeah.
So the two of you are going with Joan? Okay.
I'd take Joan all day.
I would go with Carol, but I'll go with what you guys say.
Well, Joan's kind of mask, so
well, please, John.
So Joan Rivers. I would think Carol Burnett because she's a comedy legend.
I don't know her.
But Joan is Joan.
Joan.
I mean, I don't know. It's obviously he put them against each other for a reason to make it really difficult for you guys.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers good.
All right, we're moving on to comedy duo number 2. Eliza I'm gonna mess it up. Schlesinger versus Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
Amy
Amy Schumer?
Well, Amy's funny.
It's her personality. It's her personality is really up and smiling.
All right, so write your answer down. That's number 2. Comedy duo number 3, John Lithgow versus Steve Carell.
Oh,
I could see him wanting to. I'd say I have to forget what I would want to do.
You would do Steve Carell.
I would do Steve Carell all day. I mean, well, wait a second. Rewind. John Lithgow.
I would too. Sure.
Theater.
Steve Carell.
Rosseroni's backstage like he's doing a backflip, somersault. He's just loving everything you guys are doing. I see him. You guys
So I think,
all right.
Yeah, I
comedy
think
duo number 4. We got Kristen Wiig versus
Kristen Wiig.
Buzzy. I don't know how you say
Kristen Wiig.
Buzzy.
Isn't it Buzzy?
Yeah.
Buzzy.
Yeah, Ruth Buzzy's kind of old for Rosseroni, I'm thinking.
But he did know who Ruth Buzzy was. So I mean,
Rosseroni, I mean, he picked these names.
But why against Kristen Wiig?
Right, she's. I don't know who
Broadway,
Ruth is.
maybe TV show.
Yeah, why do I feel like Ruth Buzzy?
I don't know her, so I wouldn't say so I'm going for Kristen Wiig. I was still in the Philippines when she was probably big.
I did.
I was watching Filipino channels.
You were chewing on a banana, Randy.
The Filipino
Yeah,
channel.
personally,
Eating lumpia.
All right, moving on. Comedy duo number 5. Maya Rudolph versus Will Ferrell.
Maya, right?
Yeah, Maya. It has to be.
I think Will would be too much. But no.
Will.
Who would outshine? I think they would just be trying to outshine each other.
One would make Rosseroni laugh. One would take him out to dinner and make him laugh.
Maya would take him out to dinner, right?
I didn't say which one would.
Who has the D? Who has the big D?
I mean, Maya. I mean,
yeah, Maya does. She has a big D.
All right, and our final comedy duo is Martin Short versus Jim Carrey.
Jim
Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Martin's all right. He's
I love how Rosseroni picks it backstage. He's like, "Oh my god, which one am I gonna pick?"
Versus.
Read the comments.
Oh my god, all these comments came in. I haven't been looking. Wait, hold on.
YouTube.
All right, let's get some final.
Uh-oh.
So what is Rosseroni saying from backstage? His only house worker back here. I need some Don Julio. It's on the way. Don is on his way. Watch Who Made the Potato Salad on YouTube. Okay, there's your potato salad, Rosseroni. Oh gosh, I know all these answers. All right, Carlos, play along. Rosseroni, don't give the answer.
That's not Ruth. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, I was wondering, are you sure? That looked a little. Now I gotta Google this.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and reveal the answers and see who knows Rosseroni best. Rosseroni's dying back there.
Oh my god, you put up a picture of Lily Listen, I love Lily Tomlin, but that's not Ruth Buzzy.
Exactly.
That's the picture that came up.
You know what? No, it comes up. Okay, if you look in Google, it comes up as of one of many. Ruth is the biggest pictures when you Google her.
Well, okay, so in spirit, there was a bunch of that lady's photo that showed up under that name. All right, anyway. Rosseroni, this is what happens when the photos aren't attached to the names. All right. So up first, we got Carol versus Joan. John, what says the team?
Wait,
The
is that
team said-
Ellen?
The team said Joan Rivers.
All right, team
I
says
love
Joan. What
Joan.
says you?
I love Joan, but it's Carol.
That's what I
Really?
thought.
100
John was
million
right.
percent.
John was right.
No.
Why is it Carol?
I love
Dang.
Joan Rivers.
I don't know her either.
Watch
Randy,
the Carol
he's
Burnett
a
show.
legend,
It's
the
just
red
brilliant.
carpet.
Brilliant.
carpet.
Hysterical.
I was still in the Philippines when she was big.
Randy,
It's all on YouTube.
you gotta learn about your gay history.
Well,
All
I'm gonna
right,
do
we
this.
got Elisa versus Amy. What says the team,
Ooh.
John?
Amy Schumer, the team said.
All right, Rosseroni, what says you?
This is a hard one for me too because I love both of them. I think they're both hysterical. But Eliza is
Oh.
absolutely brilliant. She's like
Man,
she has
we don't
all
know
these
you,
specials on
Rosseroni.
Netflix. You don't even know me.
Nobody knows Rosseroni. The only one that knows Rosseroni is in Italy, and he's not even back in the country. So,
He's dead. I killed him.
all right, number 3, we got John versus Steve. John, what says you?
Not me. The team said Steve Carell.
Marie, what says you?
That's what I'd say.
All right, Rosseroni, what says you?
I'm so sorry, but John Lithgow.
That's
You
what I
know what?
thought.
I
Oh,
thought so in the back of
Ross.
my head, but I was hoping. Look at
All right,
this.
why
wait.
John Ross?
Did you ever see Third Rock from the Sun? If you want to see some
Yeah.
brilliant writing, brilliant comedic timing,
Okay, fair
that
enough.
is the TV show.
I was just looking at Joshua Gordon-Levitt the whole time.
All right, so it's this John, not
He
the
was
other.
12,
Got it.
so
Okay, easy.
All right. Kristen and the
I
real.
feel like we got this
Rude.
one wrong
What
too.
says you, John?
The team said Kristen Wiig.
All right,
Poor-
Rosseroni, what says
But that's
you?
not rude.
Well, now we brought Lily Tomlin in the mix. I'm kidding, no. I'm going to say Kristen Wiig. I love Kristen Wiig. She's brilliant.
Yeah, we got one
We
right.
got
You got
one.
one.
Yeah,
And do
we
you
know
like
you.
Lily?
We
Just so
know
we can
you.
put honorable mention.
The what?
Honorable mention for Lily. Do you like
Oh.
Lily?
I love Lily. I think she's hysterical. One of her best movies was All of Me, where she plays a dead woman.
Of
I
course
thought that
she-
was John Legend.
All right, number 5. Maya with the big D or Will with the big D? What says the team, John?
Maya.
All right, what says you, Ross?
This one was the easiest. It was Maya.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
Does Maya have the big D?
She is so funny. If you ever get a chance, watch her latest one of the latest episodes she was on, where she plays Beyonce trying to eat hot wings.
She's hilarious.
It was
I love
screaming.
it.
All right, and our final one, Tricky Martin versus Jim. What says the team, John?
The team said Jim Carrey.
All right, what says you, Ross?
This is another tricky one, but Martin Short.
Whoa! And
It
why?
is
We know
short.
why?
He improvises so brilliantly. Like he had again at bringing it back to SNL, one of his skits as the
I really must
OBGYN
say.
the
I really must say.
the OBGYN to the Duchess on SNL. Like look that up. It's
Gotta
so
watch
funny.
that.
I used to love his. I really must say. I really
must
must
say.
say. What's that guy?
And he's a brilliant actor. And so is Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey too. He's
And Billie Jean King.
excellent.
Billie Jean King.
Is not a
All
comedian,
right, so
right?
I think
Right?
I'm confused, but who actually knows Rosseroni here?
We
We
know
don't.
him.
We only,
Don't even know
we only
you
got
anymore.
2 out of
This is
6.
the wrong crowd.
We only
We
got
know
2
he's
out of
hurt.
6.
Well, your friend
Randy
said
was
you're
in
an
the
old woman.
Philippines.
I would have known that earlier.
John was at the bar, and
Hey,
Marie is
They
trying to
smell
get
like
with John
rose
and
water and
Steve.
cats.
Love it.
Oh my God! And our players, they're giving you all the emojis in the world, Ross.
Jiminy Glick. Jiminy
Yeah,
Glick.
Jiminy
Jimmy
Glick,
Glick.
that's
Thank you.
right.
Exactly.
Not many people knew that that was Martin Short. Like he played this character, went out and
Yeah.
interviewed people without them knowing who he was.
That was my favorite one, Jiminy Glick.
When he brings his face into his neck, he's just like,
All right,
It's just-
so
What is that?
we are at our final topic of the night. This is our roundtable discussion. Oh, let's give it up for the Big D, everybody! And the
Woo, 8
winner is
inches.
nobody. Nobody knows Rosseroni better than Rosseroni. How does that make you feel, Ross?
I guess. Well, screw all of you. Just kidding. No, it's okay. I mean, I again, all the people that they were against, I love them all. Even Will Ferrell had some funny stuff that I liked. But yeah, it's just comedy. I love all comedy.
All right, so we're gonna do our final topic of the night. This is a roundtable discussion. And,
I would love for that
in
to
honor
be
of in honor of Rosseroni, you will get just one and only 1 minute to answer the question and the topic. All right, I don't do it in the the raspy.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Proper voice.
It's
you're
only
gonna
because
get 1
I
minute
was
before
watching
you-
it
before you
live
hear
on
this
here.
sound, and then we move on to the next person. So it's personal story experience, and this is part 3 of our National Geographic special, and it's called Turquoise is the New Black. All right, so take us through topic number 3.
Oh no, can you do it? Because I didn't have it up anymore. Sorry.
Oh, Rosseroni. Oh,
Well, I was commenting live, and then I was like, no, I have to go back to the other thing.
all
And
right.
then
So Rosseroni, just move your lips, and I'll do the talking. Okay.
I can do this. Yes.
So we all
What's
observe
up?
that the majority of mites have been chosen, and our favorite turquoise feathered human has once again been left up to his own personal devices. Is being funny considered unattractive? Is a relationship with high standards only attainable if you strive to be the perfect Instagram couple with matching button-up shirts, bow ties, and coiffed hair? Can one be wild and free, or how society dictates them to be, and still keep a high standard? In the end, this episode is just a platform for Rosseroni to vent, and you only now realize this. Absolutely. So the real question here is, do you consider funny to be unattractive? Do you have to be the perfect Instagram couple? Can you just be wild and free? Does society dictate what the standard is for people to like each other? So this is our personal topic round. So speak from personal experience how this topic could have possibly affected you in your life. And we're going to go ahead and start with Marie, ladies first.
I've already forgot the question. It was so many words.
Sorry. Yeah, that's my fault. That's
being
what
funny.
So
I'm nervous.
For you, speak from a personal experience. Is being funny considered unattractive? Is a relationship with high standards only attainable if you are perceiving what society wants you to be? From personal experience.
For personal experience, I think the more you leave other people out of your relationship, the better it is. I think it's good to have people to check in with. I will always say, hey, my partner did this weird thing the other day. Maybe that's not okay. And, I check in with a couple people, but other than that, I try and leave society out of my relationship, and it does pretty well on its own. And being funny, I don't think that's unattractive at all. It might be to some people who are just unhappy or don't like funny things, but for the most part, I think anyone who can help bring joy into your life is definitely somebody who should be a part of it in whatever capacity that happens to be. Laughing is beautiful. We all need to do more of it. Is my minute up yet? I mean, I'm just talking and talking.
And
what's your favorite color?
And because I'm curious, do you consider yourself a funny person? And how do you like humor in your life?
You know what? Humor is my therapist told me this. Humor is my family's coping mechanism. It's how we deal with a lot of things.
God, yeah.
So, I do think I have the ability to be funny in some places, but I'm also just, I think, naturally who I am. And if that's funny to you, then keep on laughing. I'm okay with it. I think that's what you asked me. Have I covered? There we go.
Yes.
Damn it, that was long.
I give you an extra minute for the extra part. All right. Randy Boo, talk to us about, is funny unattractive, or do we need to live up to what society says is attractive?
I don't know. I mean, if you can't make me laugh, I'm not gonna date you. That's plain and simple. Because I don't. If you don't have sense of humor, it means you're gonna take everything else seriously. So you gotta try to find a way to lighten up heavy situations by making a joke, making it funny somehow, making everybody laugh. It's in good nature. If you don't know how to make to have a sense of humor or laugh at other people's joke or make other people laugh, that means you're a little too uptight, and just kind of loosen it up a bit. But I feel like it's important.
Do you think society puts a standard on, oh, funny people are just funny people, and versus they're sexy and
I mean, I don't really think so, because I feel like it's a strength for some people. Some people that may not find or might not be confident enough to find their appeal, their sexual appeal, their their attraction. They may not feel like they're good looking or whatnot, but their humor can get people to be like, to find them attractive. Like, I find guys who are funny more attractive than the snuffy buff guys at the bar. So it's all in just how you connect to that person with the happy energy.
And Randy, same question to you. Do you find yourself personally funny?
Sometimes I feel like I'm hilarious. If you know, that might just be the weed. I'm just like, oh wait, I think I'm just funny to me. Everybody's just like, huh?
And do you feel people have dated you or gotten with you because of your funny, or do they look like, oh, he's sexy first? Like, how do you your honest personal experience?
They would be like, oh, I didn't know you're funny too, or stuff like that. I don't know.
All right. Let's talk to the funniest man on the panel, John Holt.
Well, I would say inside this question is very interesting. Basically, it doesn't matter whether you think you're funny, but it matters if the person that you're dating, that you're with, thinks you're funny. And the last guy I was dating straight up told me, you make me laugh. And that's what I like about you. So I may not seem funny to a lot of people, but if you have the same humor or I can make you laugh, then that's how you know you match. And I think it's important. I think it's one of the most important tells of a good relationship. If your partner can make you laugh, you're going to stay there because their humor matches yours, and what they do or what they say makes you laugh. And I can definitely make people laugh. So I'll tell you that much.
I'm giggling.
So, if I put you on the spot, John, make Rosseroni laugh. What would you do to make him laugh?
I'm not a funny guy in terms of I'm not going to tell a joke or do something like that. But if I'm with you and I want to make you laugh, I can make you laugh. So I'm not going to be able to make the whole show laugh right here. So.
Dance for me, you asshole.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance, my little monkey.
Here's a quarter.
Dance, monkey.
Good luck with that.
And so John, so for you, do you tend to? So you said that you don't consider yourself funny. Do you tend to feel like you gravitate towards people that are funny?
No, I consider myself pretty funny if you get to know me. Do I gravitate towards people who are funny? I mean, I would love anyone who can make me laugh. I tend to have a dark humor, so most people don't like to go there. But yeah, I mean, if someone has the similar humor with me and we both like dark humor, we sit there and laugh while everyone else just looks at us like we're strange.
Well, the audience watching tonight has a dark sense of humor. They want you to sing for us, our angel of music.
No. This really is dance, monkey dance. Yeah, forget it.
So Rosseroni,
oh my God,
we believe you're funny. Do you believe you're funny? And can funny and sexy live in the same realm?
I believe so. I'm funny. But this whole episode comes down to my own personal experience. And yes, this is a show about ranting. But I've noticed, again, the majority, a lot of times I try to go on a date with guys or even friends who they're like, oh, he's cute, he's quirky, but that's it. It's like, okay, you're quirky. You should date this guy who's quirky, but I definitely wouldn't date him, sort of situation. Sort of like somebody who's not up to the standard that I would like for myself, please have a car, have a job. That's not the only standard, but still, it's along the same lines. I'm not sure if that makes any sense to anybody, but
So I'm going to ask Rosseroni the RuPaul finale question. Rosseroni, what would you tell your 4-year-old self, knowing what you know now about being funny? What would you tell your younger self about the importance of being funny? Stick with it. let it go? Like, what would you tell yourself? Knowing what you know.
The most important rule about comedy is
You drink something.
timing.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Oh.
Marie's like, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Love it.
No, but
Be fearless and chaotic.
Rosseroni does bring up, I think, it is a valid point that, they'll be like, oh, he's the funny guy, so here's another funny guy. How can
another funny guy who's severely unattractive.
He's a muscle queen. You should date this muscle queen. Oh, this person dresses really nice, so you should date this person who dresses right. How can we break those barriers to let people know, like, funny is sexy, or femme is sexy, or butch is sexy, or someone who can't dress is sexy? Like, can we change that?
It's kind of like when you have a straight friend that tells you, "Oh, I have a gay cousin. I want you guys to meet up and be together." How do you know we're gonna like each other? Just
You change your environment.
Marie, you think women, are they any more picky with humor? Do you feel like it's not a big deal?
I mean, I think girls like to laugh. I mean, who doesn't love some good repartee?
right.
I like to know that you're knowledgeable, you're with it. I think that's always fun.
Is it the first check box for women? Like, humor, maybe not totally my type, or the looks comes first and the humor comes second?
Wow, I think everybody's different. It depends on what day of the week it is. Am I interested in having a relationship? Have I taken all my medication? How am I feeling that day? So I can't tell you what all the queer women think, but I will say humor gets you there. I can look at you, but if I can't talk to you, or there's no back and forth, and if we ain't sleeping together, bye.
And that ain't no joke.
Yeah. Goodbye.
All right. So, Ross, it's your show. Any final remarks, comments?
Final remarks. Yes, you can be funny and be attractive. In fact, it's one of my best qualities. And yes, it's also how I cope with trauma. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. I feel like I'm yelling. And
I would like to point out, turquoise looks fabulous on you, Russell. Like, turquoise is the new black.
The only color I wear. But yes, I would like I would say to everybody, just, get your heads out of your asses. You're not too good to laugh. Not too good to find things funny. It's okay to not find things funny, but if that's like the constant, like, he's acting like a fool, I'm not gonna laugh. That kind of thing bothers me a lot.
Life's too short, everybody. Laugh. Don't be so serious.
Rosseroni needs to hang out with new people. Like, you need a new group.
Right.
So you see more people. Like,
I need to send the clown to go knock on his door, and Rosseroni opens the door. Why so serious?
Well, listen, my core group of friends, they're very much like myself, though.
Yeah.
Like, we are all very, Carlo being one of them. Like, we're all, laugh at each other. We learn different parts of comedy about each other. Like, from Carlo, I've learned certain things. I've learned things from my friend Sarah, who's very subtle about a lot of things. So I've learned subtlety in her acting and comedy. And Mary Grace and Greg and everybody, I just learned a lot from each other, But that most of what I'm talking about right now is like usually dating world stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's time to, like, I don't know, like in San Francisco, there's Castro gays, there's Soma gays, there's Hate Street gays. It's all a little bit, you're going to get something different in each area. I think if you're not going where you're,
there's not a lot here, you're right, though.
The Jets and the Sparks.
Like, David coming with the 1-2 punch every time. I think you're amazing, and I'm sure that if you're not feeling valued somewhere,
if your friends are not making you feel that way,
go. No, I'm sure your friends are amazing, but I'm saying maybe you just need to. Is it Grindr? Because Grindr sucks, from what I hear.
It absolutely sucks.
Oh God.
We worry for Rosseroni. We're gonna do a comedic intervention. We're gonna be like, honey, like the Mormons. This is the book of life.
It's dating, I guess. It could just be the area. Dating in South Florida is not like I feel like it's pretty obvious. I put myself out there. There's no question I'm gay. But
Marie, Rosseroni lives in Grinder Central. So just so you kind
do
of
I
have
though? Like, because
No,
it's
you don't.
dead. It's just like
the closest gay is 50 miles. What is it?
But, like,
Sugardaddy.com, Rosseroni. Sugardaddy.com.
but my point is this: it's either Grinder or a bar, and I want to meet somebody outside of that, but like no one's really going outside of the way. And I have no problem approaching people.
Rosseroni, my suggestion for you, because I run social clubs, go to meetup.com. That's how my social club or the social clubs I've been participating in and everything. Type the word gay, camera, theater, art, and you'll meet so many people that are like you and just want to hang out with you for you. So I definitely say
it's not just horny 80-year-olds.
No.
Again, nothing against the horny 80-year-olds.
They need a space too.
Trust me, Meetup is a great tool. You just type whatever you want to meet people that have the same life, and you'll hang out with them. So
yes.
Not meet me. That's a different one.
Meet me. That's a different one. Yeah. All right. So round of applause for topic number 3. That comes to the end of our show. So it's time to find out which pulled out as the winner. So what do you guys think? Who won?
Don't know.
Social distancing.
All right, let's find out if social distancing was the winner. So the moment of truth has come for our gay town poll. And the winner is Rosseroni, drum roll, please. It also buys me time so I can pull it up on the screen.
If I do a drum roll and something's gonna fall.
All right. Comedy Wildlife Photography Awards, the photo competition celebrating funny antics of animals in the wild and comic scenes in their lives, announced these amusing winners for last year. The overall winner for 2020 was selected from more than 7,000 entries. So which is the most funny wild animal photo ever? Terry the turtle flipping the bird was number 1, followed by a tie between hide and seek and Smiley. What do you guys think?
Smiley was delicious. Like I ate him.
Oh goodness!
I just was the turtle. Turtle soup isn't bad. I'm kidding.
What do you guys think? I mean, hide and seek. I don't even know what that is.
You know what? Quite honestly, I want to know who came up with the idea for Comedy Wildlife Photography Award. Like, who wakes up and say, "I know what my brand niche is"?
But
Comedy Wildlife Photography.
Can you imagine 7,000 entries?
Wow.
7,000.
That's awesome.
A wet sock.
A wet sock. All right, so that is America. Let's see what the real poll ended up showing. So let's see if they got it right.
Did you do it backwards today?
Let's see if Smiley the fish.
A backwards day, like switch race, guys dressed as a girl and girls dressed as a guy.
Sure.
That'd be fun.
Right.
I'd do it.
So ridiculous.
So this is a runner-up.
What is he doing?
Almost time to get up.
Randy, are you okay? Can we talk?
You're ready.
I'm just airing myself up.
Looks like you're self-flagellating.
Monkey Business was number 10.
Woo. Well, Right.
Oh, that one. Wait.
Oh, Smiley was number 9.
Wait. Can we just pause for a second? Go back to that fish. That fish, the noise that's coming out of that fish is just. Hi.
That's his O face.
It's just what's his name? I forgot
Hi.
Yes. That's what he said.
He's definitely from Finding Nemo. I'm trying to do it so I don't get the freaking ads, but the ads don't want to go away. All right.
Oh yeah. We'll just judge you for your ads.
So number 9. Number 8 was Hide and Seek. Oh, that was number 2 on our poll. It was called Hide and Seek.
Oh, his beautiful eyes.
Number 7 is Seriously, Would You Share Some? The Puffins. Everybody loves Puffins.
I have a personal vendetta against Puffins.
I didn't even know what this was called. The Spermophile. Oh, Sola Mia. He's so cute. Look.
This is just an early photo of me. This is early in my career.
This is like on Sunday morning when Rosseroni wakes up.
He's saying,
And
please God, give
Sunday,
me a
Monday,
big
Tuesday,
All right.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Social
Friday.
distancing, please. Okay. All right. Talk to the hand. Talk
This
to
is like a
the-
political debate right there. That's what's
Exactly.
Your
happening.
breath stinks.
This is a Friday night on Wilton Drive.
Yeah. It's drunk. Listen,
All right.
I saw you, Steven.
We got I believe this is number 4, fun for all ages. They're swinging on the tails.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
Oh God.
It's dangerous.
That's fun. I
I've
would
been
do that.
Bet you would.
All right. I believe this is number 3. We got our sea elephants.
Oh God,
Now
that's
that
a,
looks
I had
familiar.
to
that's
stay
a
late.
current photo of me.
I had to stay late at work. And then you see his eye? Look at his eye. It's winking like, really?
Like, yeah,
I don't know if you guys
right.
saw that. Like, one eye open. All right. Number
Right.
2, the race.
Leader at that pack.
Monkeys on bikes. So number 1 is the turtle. Terry the
Terry, let's
turtle
see,
flipping the bird. What are you guys' thoughts? You agree? Disagree?
I mean, that's anytime somebody flips the bird, I'm happy, unless it's at me. But yeah.
Is it?
Terry's had a rough
Flipping up
life.
the-
Like, listen, like he just came out of retirement again. His
I mean, that is pretty funny.
current water
Yeah,
current has
it's
been
really good.
foreclosed.
All right. So that concludes our Gay Town poll. So now we're going to go around the room and get a good night from everybody here with us. So we're going to go ahead and get a good night from Marie Brandt.
Good night. That's it. Yeah, I think that's all I've got today.
Same episode, same channel.
I was like, the longer you keep the camera on me, the more awkward it gets, and it's
That's
just
the
gonna
truth.
get
So
worse.
America, if you're watching, if you like what you see, her name is Marie. If you don't like what you see, her name is Stacy.
How did you know? Have you seen my? How did you know I say that?
Ah, I
You
listen.
told
I
us.
listen.
told
You said that
Oh
before.
my God,
Ah.
men who listen to me. I don't know what
Marie's
that's all
like,
about.
Marie's like, oh my God, I'm a pretty face, and they listen to
I was like,
me.
you've been watching me. I love it.
Thank you. Thanks, Marie. And a good night from John.
Good night, everybody. I'm out for Poppy weekend. Any advice, David?
I mean, I would brush up on your Spanish
Hey,
and
puppy.
learn your basic merengue and salsa moves, and you'll be in.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yay. Oh, yay.
No,
Mi
you're
puedes.
You quiero.
okay. So if you speak Spanish like that,
I'm in
your
trouble.
name is John Holt. If you speak fluent Spanish, your name is Dr. Ty Hauser. And if you speak no Spanish, your name is Al Ferguson. Thanks for playing,
Oh.
John.
Wow.
All right, let's
Dig
get a
in.
good night from Randy Boo.
Good night, everybody. Remember, do not rim or douche the bears at Rosseroni's zoo because they're not real bears. Good night, guys.
Night.
And if you do rim or douche, your name is Randy Boo. And if you do not rim or
Then I'm
douche,
ready.
his name is drag queen Manila Luzon from the Philippines. Thank you so much,
Hey,
Randy.
I know
And let's give
her.
a huge round of applause for our lead host tonight, Rosseroni. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Oh no, don't do it.
This
Don't
is kind of
do it.
creeping me out now. Can we fix
A little
it?
bit.
Can we fix it?
Can
I'm not
somebody
sure.
please fix
Okay. Can we fix it?
Hey, Rosseroni, how's your head?
I've had lots of complaints.
Oh no. Can Randy, Marie, or John offer you any assistance?
Who? Okay.
Take me out of the equation. I retired from that game.
All right, your good night
She's at
to
the
America,
retreat.
Randy. This is your
Just wanna
Oscar
keep your
speech.
tongue down. Just keep it open.
Final episode of
Thank you.
National Geographic. What do you have to say to America?
I apologize.
They love me. They really love me.
You've had to sit through all of this. It's just me ranting and raving. Not raving, but just ranting. Mostly ranting. It's all ranting. about
All
how.
right. Well, we
everyone's-
love Rosseroni, so a round of applause for Rosseroni.
Thank you for coming to my therapy session.
Stay tuned for next week. It's gonna be ladies. The ladies are coming back. We got Miss Amber
fishy.
Taylor leading our Mother's Day episode for the baby mamas out there. So make sure you tune in. I'm David Quiñones, your social club butterfly. Wishing you a good night, America. Bye.
Bye, guys.